Okay. Namaste, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever time you are. I'm Dr. Prashant here. Before we start, let's start with a small invocation. So I invite you to close your eyes, connect your tongue to your palate. Those who are new to this, just curl your tongue, touch the roof of your mouth with the tip of your tongue. Gently try and smile. Silently follow me to the Divine Supreme Being, to the source of all life, all knowledge, all wisdom. We humbly invoke for your blessings. Thank you for divine light, divine love, divine healing power, divine guidance, divine mercy, and divine protection. We also invoke for clarity of thoughts, clarity in speech, clarity in understanding, all that we'll discuss this evening. Thank you for your intervention, your help, and providence. We also invoke to the angels of prosperity, angels of abundance, angels of success to be with us throughout this evening. I invoke to my teacher, Master Choa Koksui. Thank you for your immense blessings. In full faith, thank you. So, Sumit.
Thank you so much, Dr. P. It's such a pleasure to have you. It's the first time that, our team is hosting Dr. P for a session. We are very much excited. We are more excited for the day. I didn't know that it was his birthday today. We are more excited for the day.
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday, yeah. And we're equally excited for the topic as well, prosperity and pranic healing. So before I you know let Dr. P take over the session, I will say a few words about Dr. P or Dr. Prashant. He is known as Dr. P in Pranic Healing circles. So Dr. Prashant is an international lecturer, healer, and a teacher. He's been working with energy healing for the majority of his life. His life is inspired by the teachings of Grandmaster Chogyam Trungpa, Pranic Healing and Arhatic Yoga. He is one of the senior instructors for the courses of Master Chogyam Trungpa and a main licensee from the Institute of Inner Studies Incorporated Manila in Europe. He spreads teachings in Netherlands, Slovenia, Hungary, Belgium, Denmark, Norway, Croatia, Slovakia, and other areas. He's been practicing and healing these courses for the last 20 years. He also travels to many countries to join retreats, conferences, courses, and events for pranic healing and Arhatic yoga. Uh, so he's a doctor, healer, teacher, meditator, and a musician. He sings nicely, by the way. He talks and has amazing travels in the powerful energy world. He tries to integrate, the sciences which I mentioned before, in his practices of a doctor, healer, teacher, and meditator. And he's also a globetrotter with a keen sense to quality in the work he does. So, very prolific profile. I don't want to take more time. Dr. P, over to you. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for
Thank you, Sudeep.
taking the vacation.
Thank you to the team of Prana Joy and others who have invited everybody here. Let's go into the topic. Prosperity. Prosperity is a very broad term, right? Whenever somebody talks about prosperity, doesn't just mean financial or material prosperity. What is prosperousness or being prosperous? For example, Nitya here has abundance of sunflowers behind her, right? That is a sign of prosperity. Anything that you have excess is a sign of prosperity. So somebody asked me, is excess fat also a sign of prosperity? Yes, excess fat is also a sign of prosperity because you have maybe luxury in life that you eat well and digest it in such a way that it converts it to fat, right? You have time to convert them into fat. So that's also a sign of prosperity. Now, coming to reality, prosperity means more than just money. For example, when you need somebody, you have people around you. That's a sign of prosperity. When you need help, you have many helping hands. That's a sign of prosperity. When you think of options that you want to take up in life and you have many things that you can opt to and not just one option, that's a sign of prosperity, right? So prosperity is in many, many forms. There is good prosperity and there is also not so good prosperity. For example, when you earn money out of not so good means and you're rich, you're prosperous, you're very rich, but is it a healthy form of prosperity? Right? Like some people have a lot of luxurious life, but they have too much cholesterol, they have health issues, heart issues. So there is a lot of money, lot of luxury, but is it a healthy form of prosperity? Right? There are many family members, siblings, cousins, and relatives, but you always feel not belonging to them or isolated. So that's again not a healthy form of prosperity. So if you notice that prosperity will exist in physical form, etheric form, emotional, mental form, right? When you have immense blessings upon you constantly, you are living a blessed life, you have great connection to divine sources of energy, or you have a very powerful teacher behind you, that is also a sign of healthy prosperity. There are some people who do not have any help, no spiritual teacher, no spiritual teachings, no guidance to access spirituality. They don't believe in God. They may have a very good life. They are successful in what they are doing, right? I come to Europe and I see so many such people who are atheists in a form of atheism. But are they happy? Are they feeling fulfilled? Right? These are some questions that we have to ask because some European countries provide a lot of support. They have everything given, social security, this and that, but still they go through depression. They are going through so many other emotional problems. They take pills to feel happy, right? So is it a healthy form of prosperity? This is something to ask. Now, I think 2 years ago or something, I gave a lecture for IIS and it was called Inviting Abundance. And it is similar to the topic today. And that was also open for all kinds of people. So this session will not, of course, give you pranic healing techniques. But my viewpoint is through pranic healings and Master Choa's teachings, how could we attain a prosperous life, and is it part of pranic healing? That is the main outlook of this afternoon. Lack of prosperity, how can it manifest? Let's talk about that first. Bad luck, right? Bad luck. We usually say, oh, that did not happen, bad luck. I did not get the lottery, bad luck. Oh, I missed the train, bad luck. I missed the flight, bad luck, right? We usually loosely use this word a lot. That is lacking of prosperity in a way because we miss a turn to succeed. We miss an opportunity to attain something or gain something. Happens to us, right? Hmm? We have lost something, we have missed something. Like I had an uncle, he would go to the bank, withdraw money. When he'll come home, suddenly that whole bundle of money is missing. This happened to him a couple of times, more than 3 times. So, the, of course, he thought he is cursed, right? So I told him that there are two factors. One is that, of course, you have ill luck or bad luck, or you're just not careful. There are people watching you coming out of the bank, and they are more smarter than you, and then you take away you give away the money without willing. They just tear your bag or snatch it out. They know how to do it. So he thought about it. Then he asked me after a few weeks, you come with me when I go and bring the money out. Okay. So I went with him. I took the money out. I put it in my pocket, walked with him home and gave the money to him. Right. So then he said, okay, you are my lucky charm. So I told him, okay, but I cannot keep coming with you for every bank transaction that you're going to do, right? So then I taught him the science of tithing. In Pranic Healing, we always talk about tithing, right? He is a very generous person by nature, but I asked him, can you calculate 10% of all that you give? So he was already giving 12%. Still, he was losing money. So I had to think with him and then say, maybe increase it to 15%. Since he's a generous guy, he did not have any doubt about it to give. He started doing it. Then every time, every month, he will go and withdraw. I will tell him, you have to put the money in your pocket, not in your bag, right? So, and then you have to put your hand on your pocket while you walk back into your car or rickshaw or whatever, right? So, he will follow all these steps, right? It was just my uncle, and I was helping him out, and it worked for him. So he started believing in two things. Of course, me, he trusted a lot, but secondly is that his curse or ill luck was lifted out. Yeah. And then he believed in the science of tithing, because after a few months, whatever money he lost, he made double of that lost money, right? So he told me that. I said, now you have to tithe more because your income increased, right? You made more money. So he was very happy to give. Some people are very happy to give, but maybe they do not know how much they give. It is also good to see how much are you giving. Masachova recommends give 10% of what you earn, right? So you can give after taxes, whatever is in your hand, you can give 10% of that, right? Why? This is based on the law of karma. Who knows the law of karma? Many of you are pranic healers, right? You know the law of karma. What you sow is what you reap. Correct? Can you put your videos on? I have just 5, 7 people with the video on. It's good to see your smiling faces. Thank you. So, if you give something, that comes back to us, right? This is a science. Who knows what I'm talking about? So, if you sow a seed of mango, this is the season for mango, no? What do you reap? Mango. Apus, Alfonso, or Kesar, or whatever you want, right? But if you sow a seed of papaya, will you reap mango? No, right? Earth gives you whatever you sow, that is what comes back. So this is the law of karma. So if I sow financial prosperity, I will reap financial prosperity. If I feed people, I will also be rich in food. I will never go hungry. If I help people physically, I will always have help physically. If I help people intellectually, mentally, I teach people, I educate people, I will also always be blessed with intelligence, smartness, understanding, clarity. Right? This is how the law of karma works. I give you vada pav and then, or some food, okay? I cannot expect money to just come into my bank account. Food begets food, money begets money. Now, yesterday on my birthday, Master Nona joined us in the celebration, and she talked to us about this. And she said, one of the things pranic healers have to work about or think about is money. Does any of the pranic healing courses are given for free? No, right? You have expenses of the hall, you have expenses for food, you have expenses for the material, the license, the authorization, everything costs money. So you have to pay for it, right? So if you say, I don't want money, and no, I'm too shy about it. No, no, no. Money is not good. If you have such attitude, what will happen? You will be left out. That's it. Maybe somebody will sponsor you for one course or two courses, maybe 5 courses. After that, you have to find your own way, right? We cannot keep asking, we cannot keep asking. I had a friend who kept asking. People helped. After some time, they stopped taking the call of that person. because that person only received, 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 never wanted to give back. Correct? So some people don't get the idea of giving. But the law is, it is in giving that you receive. The law is not, it is in receiving that you give. No, that is not the law. The law is, it is in giving that you receive. That means I have to first smile to receive smile. I have to say, oh, you have great hair, unless they are bald, no, to receive appreciation from that person, right? We have to first initiate goodness to bring back goodness. Bad luck, ill luck, lack of prosperous life is maybe because of lot of negative emotional psychological situation which attract negativity. For example, in the Golden Lotus Sutras of Master Choa Koksui, he writes, anger and hatred attracts poverty. Okay, anger and hatred attracts poverty. That means forget about hatred. Do we all get angry on something or the other? Maybe the train did not come, or the bus did not stop for you, or somebody left you behind, or they promised something they did not do for you. We get irritated, yes? It's normal human behavior. Now, if we keep on getting irritated, it turns out to become anger. Then suddenly you become this angry person who snaps at everything or gets out of control and everything. What happens? Now, this is esoteric, okay? If you see clairvoyantly, if you are clairvoyant and you can see the aura of a person, then the person who is getting angry has a lot of sharp energies. Who read comic books? All of us have read comic books, right? At least in the newspaper, you have read comic strips. Okay? Suppose a person is angry. How do they show the cloud of dialogue? Sharp, right? Sharp, sharp, sharp. Whoever was the artist was clairvoyant partially because he saw who the person who is shouting, screaming, yelling, angry has a lot of sharp energy. So when he made the pictures and comic uh, diagrams or whatever that is, drawings, he put clean clouds for people who are having normal conversation. Hi, how are you? Right? And then somebody gets angry, you fool! And then they will show a sharp cloud. Yes, remember this? Okay, this is real. When you look at the energy of anger, okay, it comes out of the person's eyes, solar plexus area where the stomach is, okay, throat, brain, right? These areas, and sharp, dark energies come out of the person. Worse is when the person is super, super angry, when the person has a lot of hatred, the person wants to destroy somebody. This is very intensified. Now, just imagine sharp, razor like energy coming out of your aura. Will it crack your aura? Because it is coming through you. Before you send it to the person, it comes out of you. Just theory, right? It will crack your energy field, then go to the other person. If the person has the entitlement to be affected, then the energy reaches them. If you are a very powerful, angry person, maybe you really send it to that person. Most people are not that powerful. So, good news is not everybody who gets angry destroys other people. Maximum they do is destroy their own energy. Okay? Because we always say pranic healing, no? Pranic healers have this constant dialogue. Oh, psychic attack. No? Something bad happened, psychic attack. Maybe wrong choice or wrong decision, right? But we always like to take a safe blame. Somebody is angry at me, somebody is attacking me. That is why I fell sick. That is why this did not happen. Hmm? Further, in India, whenever I had so many clients, they would say black magic. So my immediate reaction would be laughter because how can you prove this is black magic, right? It's very hard. And I don't think black magicians are sitting free to keep on sending these to people. I know some cases where genuine black magic has been done. Okay, we had proof about it, but most of the cases not. Most of the cases is I am angry about somebody, I am irritated about situation, I am very stressed out in my life. So how is my energy clean? No, right? No, it's not clean. So it's not prosperous. It's not healthy. Now, there is a second law, like attracts like. Correct? If I have dirty aura, dark energy, negative thoughts, will I suddenly attract golden energy or dark energy? Like attracts like. Dark energy, right? Common example. Have you ever felt a fear? Common feeling, right? Fear. For example, it's a dark room, okay? And you have a fear coming out of you. After a few minutes of feeling it, it becomes more. Yes, you suddenly start to feel more afraid of something. Why? There are people around us. Everybody has fear. We attract that to us. The moment we start creating a fearful energy, we attract more. So suddenly it can intensify. Same with anger, same with jealousy, same with hatred, same with any negative emotion. Like attracts like. So anger and hatred attracts poverty. Why? Because these energies crack my energy field, dirty my aura. Okay? Now leave aura, leave energy field. Let's just talk about stress. Hmm? Have you noticed when you are under a lot of stress, you have uncontrolled thoughts and ideas, and you start to say things which you did not want to say? Right? And instead of giving a good interview, it's a bad interview. Instead of talking politely, you use sharp words. Instead of being on time, you are delayed. Instead of giving the honest answer, you make up something. And then you either lose your job or do not get the interview successful or do not pass the exam or have a lot of loss in the business. Yes? Stress, just simple stress. These are common features which affect our prosperity. These are common features. Okay? This all of us go through stress, all of us go through irritation, all of us experience anger from time to time, depending on your nature. Some people are more angry, some people are less angry, right? So, what is the solution? Pranic healing is a solution, of course. Yeah. Cleaning of the aura, number one. How do you do that? Suppose you do not know anything about pranic healing. One technique that you can do is meditation on twin hearts. So I hope not, I don't think many of you are not pranic healers. I think most of you are pranic healers already. So the takeaway is regular twin hearts meditation. For example, Master Choa, he would take people to watch movies, right? He would take his students and disciples to watch movies. And many times he will show them Kung Fu movies, right? Kung Fu has a lot of violence, right? So he would watch, he would pause, he'll say, look, 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 that is uncontrolled solar plexus behavior. Okay, then he'll say, oh, look, look, that is a power. This person can fly. Okay, so master will teach a lot of lessons in the movie. But after the whole movie is over, you come out and then you have a lot of negative ideas about killing people, fighting with a sword, or murder, right? All these, because that's what we watch. Haven't you seen movies where it is a speeding car and you are driving home, you think you are also speeding and you are literally speeding. You watch something else and then you are living in that, right? Yes. So this affects us. Negative thoughts, negative emotions affects us. So he would, Masachowa, after the movie, he would immediately tell them, okay, let's meditate. And then they would do meditation on twin hearts. Okay, what happens in meditation on twin hearts is the aura is washed psychologically, physically, ethically, emotionally, is washed. A lot of divine energy pours through the aura. The negative thoughts and emotions are broken down. Okay, so even though he would expose his disciples to negative movies to learn a lesson out of it, immediately he will ask them to clean the aura using twin hearts. So if you experience anger, if you experience strong emotions of stress and irritability, please do regular meditation on twin hearts. Right? How do we do it? We activate the heart energy center, crown energy center, visualize the earth and bless the earth. Right? So those who don't know twin hearts, please learn from Prana Joy and their team how to do it, or just join their regular meditations. Right? So meditation on twin hearts is a psychological vacuum cleaner. It pulls out the negative thoughts and emotions out of our aura, chakras, meridians, body. Okay, now next, have you noticed that sometimes you were angry the previous day, you slept off, in the morning you woke up no anger, but you came back to your working space, wherever you worked, wherever that incident of anger and dialogue happened, you again sense those thoughts and emotions. Have you noticed that? Or you go back to work, the stress of the work again affects you. Yes, right? If you're sensitive, you can sense this more. Some people are not sensitive, so it's good because they don't really know what is happening, but they have behavioral changes. For example, I had a friend who worked in a very chaotic office environment, and then after some time she started to have a lot of back pain and headaches. So she would come for healing with me. I would heal her. Back pain will go away, headache will go away. Then again, after a few days, back pain and headache. This would happen week after week after week. So I told her, "What is your job?" I asked her. So she told me all this. And I said, "How is your colleague? How's your environment?" Oh, then she spoke about all the negative things that she could explain about work, about colleagues, about workspace. I said, okay. So I said, why don't you do like this? Introduce meditation on twin hearts to your colleagues, right? So eventually she invited me as a guest speaker because every office has a yoga practice or something like that, right? Once in a while, somebody comes and teaches this. So I was invited. I had 20 minutes only. In that 20 minutes, I taught them meditation on twin hearts, made them do a meditation as well. Most of the people felt empty, calm, peaceful, right? So I gave them a challenge for 1 month. All of you have to come 20 minutes ahead of your work hour, do twin hearts together, and then see how it is. Out of 45 people, I think 20 of them made a commitment. They came regularly. After 1 month, they saw the difference in the whole department. The whole company was less chaotic, more calmer, and suddenly they had more customers than before. So when the other people saw, the entire company wanted to do this. So I was invited again, but this time for 1.5 hours. A longer lecture so I could explain to them what it is, how to do it, etc., etc. Right? So this is something that even any of you can go and do at your workspace or in your family. In Singapore, there was a family who was fighting constantly, 12 of them, and they all lived in the same floor of a building. So it was almost like staying in the same house. So it was super, super stressful for them. Again, I was the healer. I started healing them. And after 5 sessions, they saw changes. Then I told them to do Twin Hearts with me. So I would do online meditation on Twin Hearts. They would join me regularly. And they started realizing why they fight. They started accepting their own responsibility. And instead of accusing, they would just control their talk and say something different than attacking each other. So the whole family became peaceful. It took me 2 months, 2.5 months to achieve this. But one of the main ingredients was meditation on Twin Hearts. So, how to attract more prosperity? If my aura is dirty, if my mind is fully loaded with negativity, how can I attract prosperity? Pranic healing, I remember a pranic healer years ago, she said, if you're a pranic healer, money should not be a problem. What did she say? If you're a pranic healer, money should not be a problem. I remember when I started with pranic healing, I was just an intern in the medical school, and I did not have source of income, big source of income. All the yearly festivals we will have in India and the money that the elders will give you and all the festivals, that was my pocket money, right? And I would have enough for every course, right? Next month there is a course coming. Somehow I would have enough money. So I never asked my father to pay for any of the courses. It all was from my hands. Then as I learned, became a pranikila, I would heal and people would pay me for the healing, right? Small amounts. I would gather it, keep it. And that's how I did my entire journey of pranic healing. Right? And it is true that with pranic healing, money is not a problem. Who is a problem? I am the problem. When I start blocking this energy, when I start obstructing it with my own ideas, my own limiting ideas, and there are many people like me who have done pranic healing courses on their own by this. But there are also many people who have obstacles because they don't think big, they don't think openly, they have limitations. Oh no, I cannot afford this. Oh, money is a problem. Oh, I cannot do this. Oh, this, oh, that. What happens? I increase my darkness within me. Yes or no? Doubt, guilt, irritation, stress, then it becomes anxiety, then it becomes fear, then it becomes anger. I'm already shouting at my mother because I'm stressed about going for the course and I cannot pay for it. I have to ask. So my relationship goes bad, my mood is off, my day goes bad, my week goes bad, right? I think it's a very simple solution. It's just to clean the aura. Physical exercise also cleanses the energy, right? But it doesn't change our mindset. It doesn't change our mindset. I always talk about a story here on Sant Namdev, right? In Maharashtra, we have a lot of saints, right? Like Saint Tukaram, we had a saint called Namdev. So Namdev was going to visit his Lord Panduranga. Lord Krishna in Maharashtra is called Panduranga. So he was going to the temple to pray to his God and have communication with God. So he is very sincere and deeply devotional, and he wants to pray. Now, there was this guy who was very, very jealous of the popularity of this saint. So he challenged the people that I will prove that this man is not a saint. Okay? So just imagine you are Sant Namdev, the saint, and you dip yourself into the river, and then you're praying, coming out, going to the temple, you want to see your God. This guy comes and he spits on him. He spits on him. If it was you or me, what we will do? We will be shocked. Maybe we'll get angry. We will spit back on that person or shout at that person or really get violent or ask questions. Why are you spitting on me? Or something like that, right? What did Saint Namdev do? Sant Namdev, he simply went back to the river, dipped, came out. This man spat again. He went back to the river, dipped, came out. He spat again. This happened many times till this man was tired of spitting. This man was tired of spitting. So then he said, "Okay, you are really a saint. I give up. I admire your patience, your tolerance. You are truly a saint." And he falls at his feet. Then Sant Namdev continues to go to the temple. This guy follows him. He finishes his dialogue with God, comes out. Then this guy says, "Can I ask you a question?" So he says, "Yes." "Why you did not get mad at me? Why you did not get angry at me? I spat at you so many times. You did not even once, even in your eyes, you did not have anger." So he said, "Look, the river can wash my body, right? So I can dip, you can dirty my body, I can dip in the river, it will wash me again. But when I get angry, when I'm upset with you, I dip into the river, I'm still upset. I come out of the river, I'm still upset. When I go to the God, I'm not thinking about the God, but I'm thinking about you. I do not know how to clean my mind. The river does not help me cleaning my mind. So that is why I do not get angry." Now he was a saint. He speaks like that. We can try, no? We can try, but I don't know. It's difficult, no? Who agrees to me? It's difficult to not get easily angry, right? It's difficult to control that emotion. Yes. So thank you for being honest. So since we take a shower every day, we do not know how to wash the mind. Meditation on twin hearts is one of the key practices, and it's almost like an instantaneous effect. You just do it. It washes the aura, washes and cleanses the person. The negative thoughts, I've seen this many times. We do also experiments. After the meditation, we will ask people, now get angry. Get angry. It's difficult. It's very difficult. Maybe after several hours, you can again maybe become irritated, but immediately after meditation, you notice that, wow, where are those negative emotions? Where are those negative thoughts? They are washed out, cleansed out of the system. Okay, so one of the key practices to attract prosperity, abundance, success, more money, good life is meditation on twin hearts. Okay, meditation on twin hearts. Now, other ways of cleaning or improving prosperity is decluttering. What is clutter? Too many things put together and in a haphazard way, no? It doesn't look nice anymore. But when you organize, when you put things together, when everything is nicely arranged, okay? And if you have excess, you give away. Don't keep them anymore. Like they say, if you don't wear a cloth for more than 2 years, give it away. If you don't use a certain object for more than 2 years, give it away, right? So this is a very good way of decluttering. Yeah, what is it? Decluttering. So when you declutter, you also attract good energy. Okay, so cleaning is a very good activity, organizing is a very good activity. If you are not good at it, ask help from your friends to help you. There are some people who are very good in arranging and organizing, so you can use their help. In this way, you create a bond and friendship with other people, right? Then you can use incense, agarbatti, incense, right? So dhoop, you can use that to also clean the energy of the house. Now, since pranic healing works a lot with energy, you can use such things like in India, it's a common practice to light a dhoop or an incense and walk around the house. right? When I grew up, I saw that my mother would do, or a priest would come once in a while and then clean the house, right? When I grew up into pranic healing, then I realized, oh, there is etheric dirt in the house, and they use this to clean. Now, when you come to psychic self-defense course, this is explained in a detailed form, but at the moment you can simply light an incense and go around the house. The incense will clean the house, right? This is a smaller technique. What else is prosperity? Prosperous thoughts, prosperous emotions, prosperous attitude. That is also important. For example, I was encouraging somebody about their good qualities, right? And that person became very shy, very red faced, and almost started to cry. I said, what happened? No, I don't like it. You don't talk about me. Don't. I said, oh, wow. So I triggered a kind of trauma in that person, no? So after the whole crowd was gone, I asked the person, why did it affect you like that? I was talking good about you. No, nobody spoke good about me so far. Everybody always talked about my bad things, my mistakes. I'm never appreciated. So if you say that, I feel it's not true. And when you were saying it, I felt I am being fooled by you. You're fooling me in front of people. So I said, that's not true, right? Yeah, I know that's not true. That person was in a conflict because she knows that I'm not lying, and I was genuinely praising her. It's a hardworking, good girl. So, anyway, after a lot of dialogue, she started to say, okay, I will now train myself to accept. So what I will do is every time she would come in our group, I would ask somebody to say something nice about her. Then I would say something nice about her. Okay, we would test her constantly. After several years, it took years, not just months, that she could accept without shyness. She could accept without a tear coming out of her eye. It took a long time. Hmm? Accepting abundance also means good thoughts, good feelings, good energy, good people. Yeah, this is also abundance. This is also prosperity. Now, are you good in giving money? Are you good in gifting away things to people? Many people are good in that. Some people are still shy about that. Uh, I don't want to give. I don't know. I don't think they want to take it from me. I don't think they deserve. All these thoughts can come to you when you want to give. But some people are very generous. They just give, right? But those who are very generous, I've noticed that they're also super shy to receive. When you are given money, no, 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 don't. And they may even get angry. I have an aunt like that. She will get angry at you, walk away, and then close the door. Wow. Just because I gave her something, right? Such a dramatic reaction. So I would not stop. I will go, bang the door, open the door. I'll talk to her. I'm giving you something. Why can't you receive? Oh, now you're so big that you will give it to me. I said, what is wrong, big or small? I want to give you something. You don't want to receive my love? Oh, love I will receive, but I don't want your gifts. See, this is all a tendency of not being open to prosperity, not being open to receiving. Okay, so we must get out of shyness. We must get out of shyness. If somebody gives something, I remember Master Daphne, one of our masters, she passed away. She used to talk about prosperity, right? And she would say, suppose somebody gives you a gift, right? You accept. You don't say, oh, I have 10 of these. I don't need this. Don't say that. You say, oh, wow, thank you for this gift. Then you keep it. After some time, you look for the right person and you gift it away to that person. By doing this, you complete the cycle of giving and receiving. Otherwise, If you are only giving, 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 you never receive, you make other people not entitled to give. Okay? We make them indebted to us because we never want to receive back. And what is the harm if I have same clothes, three of them, somebody gifted me one more, you accept and you not in front of them, you give it away. Of course, Master Choa used to give it away to people in front of other people, yeah, uh, because he would receive and receive and receive, and then say, okay, you take it and you take it, okay. One disciple went to Master, I bought that for you. So Master said, thank you, I accepted, it's mine. I can use it the way I want, no? Will you allow me to use that? That's it. So then the disciple said, yes, Master, sorry. Right? So some people are very attached to what they give. Like I have some people who gave me gifts, no? They say, where is my gift? Where is my gift? I said, you gave it to me. Why do you want to know where is your gift? Like I have to put it on display, and then every time they come, I have to show it to them. That's a very difficult gift to receive, no? Hey, look, I have your gift here. Look, I'm wearing your gift. That's hard. That's very hard life to live then. But when you give it and then forget about it. When you receive, remember. Gratitude is very important, right? Remember that this person gave something to you. You may forget what they gave, but remember that they gave. It's very important. Yeah. So receiving also has to have in memory. Giving, you don't have to remember. Doesn't matter. But some people remember, I gave her on this birthday I again gave, then this year on the wedding I gave. She never gave back. And then after 5 times you say, okay, I'm not going to give her anymore. Some people are like that. Yeah, I call it the law of cycle, right? Because the person never gave back, they stopped with receiving. So the gift stopped coming, right? This is also human behavior. But in our case, if you want to receive more, you give. You give. Now, prosperity and bargaining. You go to the shop, then you tell the guy, how much is this? Then he says a price. Then you say, will you give it for this price? Right? Give me a good price. Make me a good price. Right? Now, what happens is when you bargain, yeah, you use a portion of your good karma. What happens? We use a portion of our good karma. Okay, so you may get discounts, you may get lesser priced products, okay, but you use your good karma. So solution is either don't bargain, or if you want to bargain, you enjoy. Some people really like to go to the market and then say, look, how much did you pay for that tomato? I paid only so much, right? It's a very proud moment. If you feel happy about it, make sure you keep generating more good karma. Make sure you keep generating more good karma. That's it. Now, I think it from this viewpoint. The rickshaw walas, the potato, tomato, coconut sellers, right? That's their only source of income. So I never bargain. I never bargain. In fact, sometimes they will give you honestly. In Mumbai, at least, that's very common. They will honestly give you back the change, right? I will never receive it. I'll tell them, no, no, keep it. Because that is small money, but for them, that 5 rupees, 10 rupees is a lot that can build up, right? This is a very good way of generating more good karma, goodwill, and good karma. It attracts prosperity. I have seen this, rickshaw walas in Mumbai. Nowadays, you have QR codes. You could just pay it with Paytm and other things, right? But back when we still use a lot of cash, right? Sometimes I would not have 1 rupee or 3 rupees or something like that. And I would say, "Oh, sorry, uncle, I don't have it." And the rickshawala will immediately say, "No problem." Right? Why? In the previous moments, I have always given more than what they ask. Right? So I've generated good karma of prosperity. So then I also receive it from similar people. Right? And then later on, I will make sure that I will have some extra. Right? But sometimes it's like you will run out of it, but they are kind to you, they are generous to you. Right? So if you want other people to be generous, you have to be generous, you have to be kind. Agreed? The law of karma is like that. Okay? So for prosperity, abundance, have the right attitude. Master Choa said, prosperous thoughts attracts prosperous thoughts. Prosperous speech attracts prosperous people, right? Actions. So if I'm negative, nagging, cribbing, criticizing, okay, what will I attract? Similar energy, similar energy. Or people who don't want to be with me, or people who want to suddenly fight with me, right? Because this is what the energy constantly attracts. Pranic healing is all about energy. One more thing before we end the talk, how we deal with money. Money is a concretized energy, right? Money is concretized energy. Can you buy food with money? Yes. Can you buy medicines with money? Can you educate with money? Yes. Can you heal using money? Like you can appoint a healer, you can get medicines, life-saving drugs, right? Okay. Can you shelter people with money? Yes, right. So feeding programs, shelters, healings, etc., etc., etc. So many things in life today can be bought by money. It is an important commodity in life. So your attitude should be money is a friend. Money is a friend. Okay? Money is my friend. Okay? Second, I love money, money loves me. Because you loving money is not enough. Money also has to love you. Right? It's important. So, how you treat money is extremely important because it is an energy. It's a solid, concentrated energy. Okay? If I throw money like that, like I saw some people when they go to a shop, they just pay like that. Okay? It's not nice. It's not respectful. Not to the person and also to the money. Both. Some people crumple all their notes. Nowadays, I don't use cash anymore. But when I used to carry a wallet, okay, you will see all the 500, then the hundreds, then the 50, then the 20, then the 10. It will all be stacked very well, right? And if anything is folded, dog-eared, can you hear me? The energy is
Dr. B, I guess there's a lag. There's an audio lag.
better, cleaner. Okay, okay, okay. Am I too fast?
No, I think it's a net issue, connectivity issue probably.
I will drink a sip of water. Okay, so how I treat money is extremely important, right? My energy, my attitude will attract that kind of energy, that kind of attitude. Whether it is from an object or a person. Person more because they are dynamic. They can react, they can talk, right? Last information on prosperity, have live plants around you. This is also attracting a lot of prosperity because they are life, they have life, right? Whether they are flowers or in the soil, in earth or in water. What happens? They are growing. Haven't you seen? You buy the flower in a bud form, and after a day or so, it starts to bloom. Then it blooms more, then blooms fully, right? And it produces positive energy, good feelings, right? They studied that people who have a lot of plants around the house, in their home, around their room, where they work, where they sit, where they sleep, it affects them subconsciously. It also has an effect on the brain, okay, and the happy hormone, serotonin, serotonin levels are higher. So it's difficult to feel sad, lonely, and depressed. They bring a lot of dynamic energy. Plants bring a lot of dynamic energy. Okay, so these are few things by which we can increase our prosperity. Prosperity. And this is part of prana. This is part of pranic healing, right? But remember the key word: anger and hatred attracts poverty. So do all that you can. Those who have learned pranic psychotherapy, do psychotherapy. If you have done arhatic yoga, do your blue triangle, do your inner reflection, right? Or pray that you can disintegrate all the negative emotions, negative thoughts, or go to a healer and say, please help me. I want to improve my life situation. I want to become prosperous. Do a healing on me, right? Last, meditation on twin hearts regularly. It takes only 20 minutes, right? Regularly do that almost every day. In my case, every day for so many years, right? Life improves. I'm not saying that difficult situations don't come. I'm not saying that bad things do not happen. Everything happens, but you float. You are saved. Okay, so with that, I thank you for your attention. I hope we have revised what we may have forgotten. I hope we have reminded ourselves of what is good to remember, and maybe we learn something new while reminding ourselves. Yes, thank you for your presence. Sudeep, thank you for
Yes.
inviting me.
Thank you so much, Dr. V. This has been such a beautiful session. In fact, it got me into reflecting on certain attitudes that I need to change within me, because I've been experiencing instances where you know, the door of prosperity opens, but for some reason it stops at the last minute. Even though God has been very much generous with the blessings, but your talk today made me reflect on certain attitudes of mine that I need to change within me. Uh, Also, when I look at the space that you are in, it gives such a abundant and prosperous mindset. Spiritual abundance, like you mentioned, life energy, and again, it just opens the heart and puts us in a position of wanting to give and receive both. Uh, Really grateful. Can we also open the floor to a couple of questions, sir, if it's okay?
Okay, I have
Yeah.
to run to a healing, so maybe 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, we'll give everyone 20 seconds to make your questions short. Please feel free to post. We'll probably have one or two questions. Any questions would anyone like to ask? Please type it, given that we are short on time. Uh,
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. It's more of gratitude. I think
Yeah.
everyone's mental body is clear.
Insightful, and they have the flowers and plant was a new teaching. That's nice. Bargain. Yeah.
So I think probably the next time when somebody asks,
Yeah.
does money grows on trees? I'll say yes.
Yes. In a different form. Prosperity grows on trees, but maybe not physical money.
True. So,
But
so
they in every culture you have a money plant, no?
exactly,
In
exactly.
India, we call one plant a money plant, that is called ivy in other countries. They call jade a money plant in China, right? There is another plant here that is called money plant in Europe. So yeah, different people have money plants, but does money grow on it? No. When you look at it, it blooms and it's big and bright. It makes you feel prosperous. That is what it is.
So I had a question. We sometimes, we sometimes gift these jade plants with the with the thought that the other person who receives it becomes prosperous. Is there a science to it actually in terms of color prana or color
I
energy or?
think it's a thought. It's a thought.
Okay, makes sense.
You can give any plant and call it a money plant.
Got
It's
it.
your thought, your intention, your intention.
Makes sense.
And of course, the person receiving should believe it, right? If I say, ah, what money plant? Thanks, put it there. Probably it doesn't work for me, right? But you say, oh, wow, thank you. And then every day you look at it, that person said, it's a money plant. I water it. Oh, it's a money plant. Oh, how beautiful. It's a money plant. Then you start to think about money, money comes to you.
True. True. Make,
That's how
yeah.
it works.
Somebody has asked, what about buying from sale? I'm not sure what is the context. Devika Gupta, succulents, Lakshmi Kamal, Vishnu Kamal. Somebody's
Any,
asked.
any is fine. Any plant can be prosperous as long as it's not diseased, right? If it is clean, healthy, and you maintain it, it's going to bring good energy. Not money, but good energy. And good energy affects you so that you will bring money if that is what is your focus. Or you bring a smile to your partner, or you start to feel happy and you treat your customers nicely. Then the customers treat you nicely. So that's how it goes. Yeah.
True. Makes
If
sense.
we have sales, stock clearance sale or offer in shops, is it good prosperity? Uh, Sales, stock clearance. Yeah, you make people happy, right? By having clearance and you reduce your stock. You're not keeping it for years and years. You give a discount. You, as a owner, you decided this will be the lesser price and people are happy. And you still make money instead of stagnant commodities. So it's good. Is there any connection with prosperity and garden getting dry? Maybe you're lazy to water them. Okay. I know some people who are good in killing plants only because they are not very focused on watering them and taking care of them. Okay. It's a very simple equation with growing plants is you need to water, you need to take care of them. Okay. Maybe even talk to them. So, unless you really have plants which need a lot of sunlight and you put them in a dark place and they don't grow, that's a common reason. Otherwise, not. I know some plants and trees or fishes even absorb negativity from a person, but usually they don't die like that. Yeah. So just water them, water them. Just in case once to any network glitch situation, payment don't reach to a particular person and we can't find any way to pay them. Okay, so what you can do is suppose you are not able to pay, say tithing, and the network did not work. You put that money aside. You put that money aside, or in your mind, you write it down on a paper that I will pay so much money as soon as my network works or a bank works or whatever, right? So you pledge that money. That's already good. That's already good. Then, of course, you have to act upon when the network clears up, you go and pay it. Okay, 2 more minutes. Okay. We could buy from stock clearance sale. Yeah, I mean, it is the willingness of the company to sell it at a lower price, right? It's not that you went to them and said, Sudeep, can you reduce the price? It's too high for me. Then Sudeep talks to his bosses, then they lower down the price, and then now you can buy it for a lower price. So you force them to lower. No, they voluntarily lower it, right? For example, Amazon has what is that? Some
Uh,
days, right?
Republic Day sale. We have Republic Day
Yeah,
sale. Big
yeah,
bill.
sale, Diwali sale. Actually, it's all fake. Okay, they have a certain margin and then they keep the margin. You feel, oh, you bought it for cheaper price. It's okay, it's a psychological thing. But there are genuine days where you can really find lower price products in some websites. That's because the owner is selling it that way. So nothing connected to your good karma. If, of course, it's your good karma that you found that website. I have a cousin who will always get tickets for lower price. I have a cousin, she will always get, she came from London to Netherlands for 40 euros to and fro. Nobody else can do that. She gets that kind of a price, right? So she's lucky. And I pay like 300 euros. I have to go travel 300. She's 40 euros. I don't know, why don't you buy my tickets? And whenever I ask her, she said, oh, that offer is not there. Ah. So it's connected to my good karma, right? And it's her good karma, so she can always get a discount. Okay, good, Devika. So if there is a clearance sale, you can always buy, no problem. Like in stock market, prices go down, people pay, right? People buy. Then when it goes up, they don't sell. That's how the market works. So it's similar. Okay, but do not stop generating good karma. Do not stop cleaning your aura. Do not stop generating happiness and joy. All right? So thank you. Thank you, everybody. Namaste. Shall we
Thank you.
close with a prayer?
Yes, yes. Thanksgiving prayer. Thank you so much.
To the Divine Supreme Being, to the source of all joy, all love, all abundance. Thank you for this wonderful evening. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for the healing. Thank you to my teacher, to the angels of prosperity and abundance. Thank you for your presence, assisting us, inspiring us. With deepest gratitude, thank you, thank you, thank you. To all of us, thank you. See you soon.
Thank
Namaste.
you, everyone. We will share the recording with all of you. We'll post it on YouTube and